So in traditional finance, to take a loan, you need to provide collateral. In crypto as well, to take a loan, you need to provide another cryptocurrency as collateral. So at this point, you may be asking, Jude, so what is the point? Why do I need to provide another cryptocurrency as collateral? Can't I just sell down my crypto and use it for my need? Well, first is that the platform needs to be sure that you're going to pay that cryptocurrency back, the one you're borrowing. And secondly, I'll give you two scenarios where you may not want to sell your crypto, but you want to use that as collateral to take a loan. So scenario one, let's say you bought Ethereum and you want to hold Ethereum for a long time because you believe that Ethereum might triple in price, say in the next 6 months. Then on this channel, you heard me talk about Meta Hero and the Hero coin, a coin with great fundamental that could rise by 500% on its launch date. And you want to invest in this coin, but you don't have the money to do so. And you don't want to sell your Ethereum because if you sell your Ethereum, it may rise in price before you have the money to buy it back. So what you could do is to use that Ethereum to borrow, say, USDT. Use that USDT to buy Hero. And when Hero rises in price, you can sell it, get back to your USDT, pay your loan, and get your Ethereum back. Now, the Hero coin I talked about actually did 700% on its launch date, and it's currently at 500% from its pre-sale price. So that is one scenario. Another scenario is on yield farming. I have talked about yield farming on this channel, and I will do more videos about yield farming. Let's say you saw a coin with high APY and you want to farm the coin, but you don't have the money to farm the coin, but you have your Ethereum that you don't want to sell. What you could do is to use that Ethereum as collateral to borrow USDT, then use that USDT to farm. Now, as you get a return from the coin, you can use the return to pay back the loan you have borrowed. That way, you did not sell your Ethereum and you are still generating money to pay back your loan and still have extra after you pay back your loan. So that is the second scenario. And there are so many other use cases why you might not want to sell your coin, but use it as collateral to borrow money for other coins. So where can you take a crypto loan? There are several platforms, but for today's video, I'll be using Crypto.com to do the demonstration. Now, if you're interested in taking a loan, Crypto.com can give you loan in stable coins such as TUSD, USDT, PAX, and USDC. And the loan to value ratio is 50%. This simply means that you get half of the worth of your collateral as loan. If you deposit one BTC, which is about $30,000 right now, you get $15,000 worth of USDT. So with this, you can go and trade with that and come back and pay. Crypto.com keeps your crypto safe for you and loan you the money you need to attend to that urgent crypto need. So what I'm going to do now is to share my screen and show you exactly how to do it. So to get started, you go to Crypto.com and download the app. Of course, you have to register if you have not. Now, if you have not registered yet, there's a link in the description. Make sure you use that link to register. Now, if you use that link to register and you perform transaction on Crypto.com, you are going to get $25 and I will get $25 as well. So once you have registered, you need to verify your account. Then you can now borrow funds on Crypto.com. To do that, you log into the app and click this option here. Then you select credit. So you can see that for Jade, Indigo or above, you have 8% APR as the interest you pay. But if you're using Ruby or below, that is 12% APR. Now, this is Ruby and the rest are based on CRO, which is the Crypto.com token that you have staked on the app. I'll come to that later. And you can also see here that loan to value ratio is 50% all through for all the coins. And of course, these are the coins that you can use as collateral: CRO, LTC, BTC, ETH, XRP, and so on. And the coins you can borrow is TUSD, PAX, USDC, or USDT. So to do that, we click on deposit here. Then you select the cryptocurrency you want to use as collateral. In this case, I want to use Ethereum. Then I click on Ethereum. Then the minimum amount of USDT or the stable coin you can receive is 31 USDT. The minimum amount you can actually borrow is $100, but I want to borrow $200. It means that I need to pay 0.215439 ETH. And I don't have this amount in my Crypto.com app. That's why it's saying insufficient balance. So what I will do now is to go and deposit at least 0.216 ETH in my Crypto.com app. So to do that, I go back here. I'll just go back to the home page. Then I'll click on account here. Then here where it says crypto wallet, I click on it. Then I click on Ethereum here. Then I click on transfer and deposit. So this is the address I'm going to deposit Ethereum into. Note that it is ERC20. So I copy this address and go to my Trust Wallet or wherever I have the Ethereum to deposit. So I have some Ethereum in Trust Wallet. So I'm going to click on send, paste the address here. Let me deposit 0.22. This is about 411 US dollar worth of Ethereum. Then I click on continue here. So what I do now is to wait for the Ethereum to arrive crypto.com. So you can see Ethereum deposit 0.22. It says pending because of course it needs network confirmation before it could drop. But this should drop within 5 minutes. Okay, this is just less than 5 minutes and this has dropped. So I have 0.22 ETH now. Then I can go back to follow that process to borrow or to take the loan. Click on deposit, select Ethereum, enter, yes, I want to take $200. Then I click on continue to agreement, select all these boxes and click on continue. So APR is 12%. So that is the interest I'm going to pay. This is spread over a period of 12 months. In other words, I'm paying about 1% interest per month. So yeah, so I've borrowed 200 TUSD. So I can take this TUSD anywhere and do what I want to do with it. So I have in my crypto credit deposit is this. My crypto credits is 200 TUSD. So I can, anytime I want to pay back, I'll just click here to pay back. All right. Of course, with the interest. So you can see my daily interest about 7 cents. So if you go here where it says collateral health, it says at the second one that if your LTV ratio goes above 70%, you'll be required to rebalance your loan. In other words, if it happens that now I put in Ethereum and I'm taking half of the value of that Ethereum. So if Ethereum price starts going down such that it is no longer about 50%, is now the loan I took is now 70% of the value of Ethereum that I have deposited. I'll be required to actually add more Ethereum or pay back the loan that I took and have my Ethereum back. If I don't do this, my account may be liquidated. So you need to take note of this. So that is how you take a loan in crypto.com. If I go to my account and go to my crypto wallet, you will see that I have TUSD here to send anywhere I want to send it to. I can send it to any other exchange or do what I want to do with it. Okay, there's a few things I want to mention before we end this video. One is that you have to repay your loan within a period of 2 months. If you don't do that, your account may be liquidated. And again, you don't have to pay all the loan once. You can decide to be paying it monthly or weekly or bit by bit. Now, when you do this, your interest is only charged on the balance of the loan. Also, you cannot borrow 2 loans at the same time. You have to repay back one before you borrow another one. Lastly, if you want to receive your loan as US dollars, you can use the service of Trust Token to convert TUSD to US dollars and have it in your bank accounts. And if you want to receive it in Naira, I've done a video of how you can actually convert your loan to Naira. I'll also leave the link to that in the description below. So this is where we draw the drapes in this video. I hope it was worth your time. If it was, give us a thumbs up and share with your friends. So then I will see you in the next one. Stay bullish. Bye.